Oh, there we go. Ta-da! And I'm going to jinx myself now, and maybe this thing won't work when I turn it back on. What the hell is going off in here? What is this, man?
Well, we had to
There's been a few more murders here, it looks like.
Yeah.
Stick it on, mate.
Stick it on?
Yeah. I never ever do that.
Right.
That's him pushing me, you see? Under pressure.
Right.
Look who it is! It's Mel! Hello, mate! Not seen you for a while.
Happy New Year!
Sent you.
I was here, you said you were Christmas. Yeah, I didn't know you sucked. I'll do that in my next time.
But for now, we may be going to the pub.
I don't know about that because how much you charge me for today because I might not be afforded to go to the pub.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, bro.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks for your help today. Appreciate it.
Good morning. It's a Saturday, just after 5:45. And you might be able to tell it's actually starting to get a little bit darker in the mornings now. Not quite out of summer. Give it another month or so and I should start cooling down, so that's good. I don't like peak summer times, too hot, too sweaty. Anyway, I've got a few jobs to get to today. First is almost just around the corner. Superwash Southern River, they've got an issue with their Anztec entry unit. So we'll have a look at that. Then we're up to Melville. We've got some self-serve modifications to start doing on that thing. Explain more about that when we get to there. And then after that, we're going to go and see the funny little Welsh guy. We haven't seen him for a while. He's got a problem with one of the self-serve bays, no water apparently. They are going to go in there first thing this morning and see if they can sort it out themselves before I get there. So we'll just have to wait and see. Anyway, yeah, we're not too far away from the first site, so catch you guys in a bit. Okie dokie. Oh, Superwash Southern River. Southern River. Most time I like to reverse into these places because it kind of just gives people a bit of a hint that things are not working if you point in the wrong direction. It helps. It just helps. Trust me. Anyway, I'll open this place up first and then I'll tell you more about what the problem is. Let's have a quick look because it's not coned off. I wonder if they've actually managed to get any washers out of it this morning. Let's have a quick look. Washers today 3, so okay, it started working again. That's maybe not a bad thing on this occasion. So what he reported to me yesterday was that the entry unit, he was telling cars to go in, but then it wasn't arming the wash up, and also the display wasn't clearing. Now I was kind of hoping this would be broken and that I could show you the little trick that I do to fix it, which I've actually already done a couple of weeks ago. So with these things, power off, take the offer out. Behind here, well, you got 3 circuit boards. You got the, I think it's called the backplane connector or backplane board there. The main board here, and then relay board down the bottom. And what happens is, seems to always happen as we're coming into summer, or just going out of summer, I think it's just dry connections. So the trick I use is basically every single IC, integrated circuit, or anything on the board, you tap it with the back of the screwdriver and you like bend the board, and it kind of just gets the connections working again. I had one, yeah, a few days ago, and basically on that one, none of the buttons were working. Wouldn't arm the wash up. We got the buttons to work, and then what's happened here? And why is the wire out? That's interesting. Anyway, yeah, the buttons wouldn't work, so I'm bashing the board, got the buttons to work, and then the wash wouldn't arm up, so I did it again, did about 4 or 5 times, and eventually machine started working good. So I'm just going to do this with this anyway, even though it's supposedly working, and hopefully that's the end of that. Now this particular site does have, they do have a spare main circuit board. I know it's a good one because on one of my previous videos I don't know whether to do the whole thing. Now, I'll start with the bottom one and the cable, and go from there. That's not going to let me come out of there, is it? It's all going to come off. I actually replaced the entire board with a second-hand one, and in the end it wasn't the board that was the problem, but because of that I know that that board is actually working, the one that we took out. So yeah, we'll do this, we'll just do this. I'll show you. It looks a bit silly, but it works, and we'll give it a couple of test washes and get out of here, I guess. And at least for especially you guys in Australia, New Zealand, if you've got one of these, it's a good little tip. Get you out of the shit. Now the other thing I usually do, depending on the site that is this board cover, I generally take it out and leave it out because it's aluminium and it just reflects the heat back onto the board. The only problem with doing that is if people are a little bit sloppy when they're taking hoppers in and out, they can catch some of the circuitry maybe and break something. So I'll probably leave it off on this occasion for this customer. I'll explain to him why I've done it, and yeah, we'll go from there. And well, depending on how many things have been installed and how well they've been installed. So for example, this one, it's difficult to get off because of the cable there in the way. Oh dear. Oh, there we go. Ta-da! Actually, I'll get a little bit better screwdriver than my interchangeable one. That's more like it. So yeah, actually, one thing I was scared of today was the machine not to be working, this trick not to work, because it's typical. I think it's the first time I've done it on camera, and it has never ever failed me. Never ever failed me. So basically, every single IC, plugged or soldered, whichever, doesn't matter, main chip. Now, it's hard to explain how much pressure or how much of an impact to do with this, because you can break something, and also if you're not careful, if you hit any of the little capacitors or crystals or resistors, anything like that, you can actually damage it. I think it was the first time I was told this trick, and I actually knocked I think it was the battery I knocked off, and I soldered on, so that was a bit of a pig to put back on. So just try and be careful, and this usually does the trick, it really does. And then also being careful, you see up here there's a ribbon cable. Oh yeah, we also just, you know, give the connectors a little bit of a wobble as well, a little bit of a jiggle around, push them in, etc. That connector there, that ribbon, goes all the way down the back of the board. See, it's there, comes down and it goes to a relay board. And if you're not too careful, if you push on this board too hard, the solder joints at the back that are pointy can actually pierce this ribbon and then short it out on the back of the board. So you've got to be careful with that as well. But you see how they join here, two boards. Now this one looks like it's never been touched from brand new, because we've got all the nuts in here and the spacers and everything, so it doesn't really want to flex. We just try and flex it a little bit. Check the connectors down here. Ribbon. Oh, did you hear the crack? Yeah, so that board just cracked a little bit when I moved it, which is the dry joint issue, I think. Logically, in theory, if you've got a dry joint and you push on it, you actually break the joint to make it worse, but for whatever reason on these, it just seems to fix all the problems. And I'm going to jinx myself now, and maybe this thing won't work when I turn it back on. That'd be a shame, wouldn't it? Customer go crazy. But, you know, I have already checked all the connections here previously and inside on the PDQ, because it actually reported that this has started happening intermittently over the last few weeks, where people pay, it tells them to go forward, but the PDQ hasn't armed up. It's very difficult to try and find that issue if the issue is not present when you're on site. So I did at least check all the settings, check all the connections. I actually added a startup delay and a pulse width, so the length of time it sends a signal to PDQ. I extended that a little bit, added a delay before start, so I'm more sure that it's finished what it was doing previously before it tries out in the wash up. Did all that previously, it's not really made any difference. So yeah, everything a little bit of a push, a bit of a squidge. The relay board itself is usually pretty good, not much on it, just a few relays. So yeah, not really that much to show you there, but hopefully it works now when I turn it back on. We'll leave that cover off. Another trick with these, well, not a trick per se, but you should always make sure the power is off before you take a hopper out or put a hopper in, because the voltage can spike and blow either the hopper or the power supply or the board. So yeah, we'll probably just give this a test and get out of here, I guess. It was a little bit uneventful, wasn't it? Never mind. Never mind. Yeah, okay, so I'll get this washed, I'll let this guy behind me use it, and then I guess we'll get out of here. Look at that sign. Oh, it's gone a bit wonky. Oh dear. Okay. Yes, uneventful. Anyway, no worries. You never know, I might have just fixed something anyway by doing that. So off to the next job now, which is in Melville, and got some modifications to do to the self-serve, which I'll explain more when we get there. Okie dokie. Alright, so yeah, Melville, if you remember, this is the one where we just put a piranha in there and all new water treatment equipment. It's only got 2 self-serve bays left, but basically it's taking about 45 seconds to go from high pressure soap, for example, to rinse, and from rinse to high pressure soap. And it's actually quite premium when it comes to how much it costs here. I think you only get about 40-45 seconds per dollar, so if it's taking that much time to move over, people are starting to complain. So we're going to add in some solenoids here to this funky self-serve system and hope that that improves it a little bit. Now, customer is here to meet me. I didn't think he was going to be, but he is. Oh look, they've actually taken away all the construction stuff. Woohoo! It was a bit frustrating on the installation video. It took me ages to do it because I was hoping that they were going to get rid of all the stuff here on site, but they never did, so I just had to finish the video anyway. They didn't even get the compressors wired up, or certain other things in the plant room. It's always looked a mess, so maybe it'll look a little bit better now. Is this guy leaving? Here he is. That's good. Okay, I can't see him. Piranha. Yeah, what is this? I don't know what that is. There's got a nice roller door on here now. Oh, look at that. That's cool. Yeah, so he's coming to see me, so I might not be able to record all of this. We will see. He's not really that keen on being on camera. I don't know if I ever mentioned it, but he made his own like entry unit. So it's just a NAIAX, and then it sends pulse outputs to a Siemens PLC in there, which then activates the wash. It works quite well. Still hasn't moved the side towers. We're going to move in these forward a little bit, because by the time you pass the sensor and this turns on, the car's already halfway past it. Still got to do that. Yo! How's it going? Woo! Nice to see all this nice and clear now.
Yeah.
Get your own private parking spot.
Where's the customers though?
I know, where are they? What the hell is going on in here? What is this, man?
Well, we had to clean up outside, so
oh, what is this, man? Oh, that's one way to put it to use, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, you actually have. You've nailed it down. What is going off, mate?
We obviously a lot of this stuff still has to go.
Damn right.
So the next thing is to get those arches filled in.
Oh yeah.
So still have the panels to do that. So that'll all go.
Wow. Right. Okay.
So
been a few more murders here. It looks like.
yeah.
Well, they're usually so quick as well.
Well, and then I finally convinced them to send another set out,
Yeah, well, we only need 2 of them, and then we need 4 straights for the solenoid, which, oh wait a minute, so they're,
This will be for the solenoid, I think.
so is it eighth or quarter? Eighth, right? 6 mil. And 1/8 on the thread. Are you 100% what I actually said that we were going to do, or shall I check in my bloody diary here? Because
You should check.
it was the last time I was here, wasn't it? Discuss how to alleviate current issues and measured cycle switchover time bay. Currently 45 seconds to 60 seconds, which could be improved slightly. Site to order to use for soap and pre-soak in one bay as an initial experiment, which was the end bay. So we only need 1 solenoid, or 2 solenoids. Ooh, look at that. You got any pink tape?
Yep.
Oh, actually no, it's white, so BSP in it. You got any white tape?
Well, you're not supposed to use pink tape on that.
It doesn't work very well.
Really?
Yep.
Why, it's too thick or something?
Yeah, white tape for BSP.
I don't.
Oh yeah, we've got to do this shit as well. You got any thin wire, or am I going to have to apply that as well?
What's thin wire? Like just
Well, we've got to go from the plug top to the actual solenoid bank.
Well, it's just 2, like, is this good enough? The cigarette wire?
Yeah, that's that should be all right, mate. Right, so let me just remind myself and tell the camera, and then I'll take this thing off my head. So basically what we're doing is, we've got solenoid bags up there. I'll show you a picture of the actual manifold, but we've got one that's leaking, which is a pre-soak. Basically what's happening is it's taking too long to turn over in the bays. We've only got 2 bays left, so we're just gonna experiment by putting a solenoid like inline here for both the soap and the pre-soak, which will bring it closer to the block. So in theory, it means that the cycle time should be shorter out in the bay. So I'm just going to put the solenoid in line with the current line, and then take the wire and put it on the output that's currently used for that function, and yeah, easy peasy. So just identifying which one of these solenoids is for both for pre-soak and soap, which is these 2. We're going to put they come from these dosing pumps here, the chemical does. We're going to split off, because we still need to feed the other bay normally. And then basically just replace these 2 solenoids with other solenoids to go here. Should be easy peasy. Alright, so just remembering that this is all temporary. We just wired in the solenoids here, chemical solenoids, one for pre-soak, one for high pressure soap. So they just plumbed in line. I've teed off coming from the dosing pump, so it still goes to the manifold for the other bay, and then straight into here for this particular bay. That was easy enough to do. Now all I'm going to do is just wire in these 2 wires to the pre-soak and high pressure soap, and we should be good. So yeah, it's all a bit of an experiment. It's Saturday, so we're kind of rushing, so I want to get out of the way. So yeah, we'll see if it makes any difference, and if it does, we'll basically get rid of all of this shit and just put separate solenoids in and make it all nice and neat and tidy. But yeah, for now, just throwing this shit in here. Alrighty. Alright, where's the... Oh, do you want to give it a go, mate?
Yeah,
so, pre-soak. Yeah, do pre-soak, let it come out, then change over to rinse, and then high pressure soap, but we won't time it yet. Make sure it's working, yeah. Yeah, pre-soak should be that one. Hopefully, but I guess it doesn't really matter anyway. Just gotta make sure it works. Yeah, top pre-soak. Energizing. I hope you understand what I'm talking about here. And basically, putting solenoids in to replace these solenoids, that's pretty much all we're doing. Moving it closer to the manifold. Yeah, definitely that one. Definitely that one. Yeah, it's telling us shit. That's a pre-soak leak there. Let's turn that one off. It's now on this one. High pressure soap. Yeah, that's not. I don't think it's putting anything out. Oh, it's not primed, this one. The priming lever there, look.
Well, that's the foaming brush, so that's the soap spray.
That's the soap spray. Oh, okay. I'll put some check valves on the pump. Woohoo! Hopefully that fixes it. Yeah, these pumps are a nightmare. Don't hold prime. Difficult to get prime, but I've noticed if you put some check valves on, it actually works a lot better. There's supposed to be check valves kind of on the inlets and outlets anyway. So soap spray is that one. Put that. Yeah. And then pick up, which is here. On that as well. Not pulling anything up. Put the one in there. One in there. Oh, look at the state, man. Alright, give that another go. Come on, baby. Oh, yeah, it'll be all day. Yeah, it's not working, mate. Turn it off for a bit. I'll have to try something else. Stick it on, mate.
Stick it on?
Yeah. Nah, I've pretty much poisoned myself now. I've literally just sucked it through the pump and it's still not sealing.
Did you drink some soap by sucking it in?
Yeah.
No, Steve, it's okay now.
Is it going through, is it?
I increased the dose, like when you increase the pods, I increased the dose and you can hear it suck through. It's not banging hard now.
Ah. Oh well, mission accomplished, I guess.
Iron Man.
When I was sucking it up, it actually didn't taste too bad, but then I sucked it through the pump, but whatever was in the pump was really strong. It was really stupid of me to do that, but whatever. I get over it. A bit of mild soap with a bit of mild alkali. Alright, that's good. Yeah, I reckon, well, it shouldn't happen again now because I put check valves top and bottom,
yeah.
But I reckon that foot filter check valves failed. Because when I was sucking it from the pipe, it took ages to come up. Alright, so do you want to do the test then now?
Yep.
See how long it takes?
Yep.
Hopefully it gets some improvement. You want me to do the trigger and you do the doofer? So we'll let it come out for a little while and then...
So I've just got it on rinse right now, yeah?
You got it on rinse now? We're timing both ways, yeah? How long it takes to come on and how long it takes to come off?
Yeah. So I need to order 2 more solenoids, because at the moment it looks like our experiment has worked, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to order 2.
Well, it's working, we just don't know if it's better the time.
Yeah.
So ready when you are.
That.
We're looking for 25 ideally, pretty much.
There we go.
25.
25, good.
There you go. Now you're same as Canning Bridge now. So let it come out thicker, but it's going to come out thicker. And then when you want to switch over, switch over. Alright, start to clear up on 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that'll be consistent now, whereas last time when we tested it, sometimes it was 45, sometimes it was 60, because the solenoid was sticking open.
Yeah.
So alright.
Alright.
Because what's going to happen is, you're going to do these solenoids, right? Then you're going to have to turn the pump down a bit, because it's allowing more through. When you turn it down a bit, it's going to be slower to come out. So you're counteracting what you've just gained, if you want to turn it down a bit, that is. Yeah. But yeah, once we get the nozzle done, look at that, 21 seconds that started.
That's good. Good work.
Alright. Oh bugger, that stings a bit. I never ever do that. Right. That's him pushing me, you see? Under pressure.
Right.
Alright, that's good. So yeah, that works. So previously it was between 45 and 60 seconds to get a change from soap to rinse, rinse to soap, rinse the pre-soak, etc, etc, and now we're down to between 25 and 30 for all of those things. So that's really good. We're just going to top oil up in bay 4. We're going to change the oil in bay 3, swap over some gauges, but yeah, for all intents and purposes that experiment worked. Also as well, I'd reduced the size of the nozzle on these bays because they were cavitating and we were getting starved of water and other things. So once we replace all them solenoids, we'll probably just be able to then put a bigger nozzle in the gun, which will then reduce the time even more for the changeovers because we've got more water going out. So yeah, all good. Anyway, I'm just going to wait for this person to finish, get these things done, and then we'll have to see the funny little Welsh guy. Woohoo! I was just about to pull off a site and they've asked me to go back round. They got a surprise for me or something. Not quite sure what that's going to be, but maybe some beer. You never know. You never know. Look who it is! It's Mel!
Hey, I'll ring a dance for you.
Oh dear, that's massive. I didn't realise it was that big as well. Cool. Oh, that's where you can see.
Yeah. It's just a little diamond.
Oh dear. It's Mel from Melville Cars! Yay! Alrighty, Mr. Dean, the funny Welsh guy at Tuart Hill. Not been here for ages. Ages and ages and ages and ages. I think Dean's come to say hi. And Tom will be on site as well because he's a weekend attendant here, or at least Saturday. So yeah, they've got no water in one of the self-serve bays, and they've also got to make an adjustment on the piranha. Not too sure, something like that. It's a little bit strange because it's a Jim Coleman self-serve, and if you use the key for high pressure, it uses gravity from the water tank, gravity fed. But if you use the buttons, i.e. you pay for a wash, it pushes water into the cap pump, and they're saying neither's working, so it's a little bit strange. But we will have a look. Yeah, we'll have a look and see what's what. How you doing, mate? You good?
Yeah. Not really, it looks great.
Hello, mate. Not seen you for a while.
Happy New Year.
Sent you.
I was thinking you said you were Christmas.
Hey?
For Christmas I saw you last, wasn't it?
I don't know. Sucking chemical through the, those stupid dosing pumps at Melville.
Yeah.
Couldn't get one of them primed, so I ended up sucking chemical through, and it didn't taste too bad. And then I got it from the top of the pump, and it's fucked my lip up. It's killing, absolutely killing. Soil away. Got a mouthful of it.
Yeah, I didn't know you sucked. I'll get that in mind next time.
Oh, what's going on then, mate?
I don't know. I'm just saying that Randy Thomas, we're going to turn the water off. I'll get it on one day next week.
What are you on about?
We're going to turn the water off, fix this problem or not.
Oh. Alright. Right, what bay number is it?
This one, I'm gonna go turn it on, you have a look.
Okay.
Push it into a key.
Try it with the money first. Bay 2. That one there. Okay. I don't think that's energizing. One fuse per bay, and then the other ones. Oh, what's that? What's this?
Oh,
Wire. What's this wire there?
no. That's what I was thinking. I don't fit in there, so I can scratch you over and come out.
Okay, that's a bit odd. Yeah, so that solenoid down there is not energizing, I don't think. I'll get my case, get my multimeter. So then, if that's not energizing, that's why it's not working on money. But then, it should work anyway on suction. So maybe that's knackered as well, which makes a little bit more sense. Maybe the suction, the gravity's been knackered for a while, and now the solenoid's failed. Yeah, because they can't really happen at the exact same time. I'm going to take the core and we'll turn it back on to see if it's energizing.
Which solenoid?
Number 2, there look.
Oh, those are all the base solenoids. Yeah.
Yeah, so like I say, on money it pushes water through via this solenoid, on coin, it sucks it. So it must. I reckon what's happened is the suction's failed at some point. It's not been noticed, and then now, because this has failed or whatever. Oh dear, that's seized. You can't have gravity fail and solenoid fail at the same time. That's fucking impossible. Something's got to have happened before the other. Right, so that's an original, which concerns me. See, it's an original because it's got the Jim Coleman bloody joiners on there.
Garbage.
Right, Tom, can you go turn that on again, please, for about 10 seconds?
Yep.
Nah, it's not energising. So now what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to cut this cable and see if I'm getting actually any voltage to the coil. If we are, we just need to replace the coil, which either you've got spare or I've got spare.
We've got that.
You'll have them because, well, I've got some anyway.
Oh yeah, I think I've got some.
Have you just got that out of my van? Where did that come from? Yeah, I said he'd have one. Right, look, before I go any further now, we'll see if we've got any voltage on this. It's probably going to give me a little bit of a tickle. So you have to go and put it back on again, Tom, for 30 seconds. Yeah. Please. On the button. On the money.
Yep.
Alright, so coil then. I think we've got 24 volts on there. Bit strange though, I've never had one fail before, that's why you always end up with these spare. Right, I just need to get a couple of connectors, do a join, see what happens. The coil's burnt out. Well, I'm assuming so because there's 20 odd volts on the wire, but the coil's not energising, so either the coil's dead or the 24 volts is not a real 24 volts, it's a spurious signal. Oh, it only takes 2 minutes to do one of these. Well then, Tom, does it matter which way around these go?
No.
Why?
Because it's fine.
No, wrong answer.
What? Really?
No.
Why?
You already know the answer to this. If I'm putting something with power on, and I've got 2 wires, and it doesn't matter which way around they go, that must mean that the voltage is...
No, direct current.
Wrong.
It's the other one.
It's the other one. AC. Because AC goes backwards and forwards.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter which way around you put your wire, but the DC has a direction to it. Right, do you want to go and put that on, mate? Right, that doesn't feel like it's energizing either, so then the 24 volt is not a real 24 volt. It's a fake one. So now the port thickens. Well, it's reading 24, but it's not actually pulling in the coil. So it could even just be a dodgy connection somewhere. Oh, baby. Right, that was loose as fuck. That's loose. Sure, it's not just one of these. That's loose. Look at that. So they're purples. It's probably going to be that one. There's this one here, and these coming from the bays. I wonder if it is something to do with the PVC board not poured it in. Still could have been the coil that's shorted out and blown the output, so that's all good. I'm not stressing.
I'm not stressing to get the goal.
I've got a purple there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 rinse.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they suck a little bit, these circuit boards, because they're expensive as fuck. And like, there's not really any protection on the outputs. So if you get a short, it shorts this out, or rather the particular output. It has to be replaced. The whole board has to be repaired or replaced.
What does it cost? I don't know. What would cause a short?
Like that solenoid coil shorting out, for example.
Yeah.
I always leave them off. The actual cover on these.
Yeah, because that means you get more money. If fail, you get to come in.
Funny.
That was good.
That'll be so we can get more money. That's what that's going to be good. So you got to be careful what you say, mate. You know.
Yeah, sure, man.
Right.
Depends on the uniform I've got on.
Could be.
You've got to be careful with these things too, because that touches that metal thing.
Yeah, that's exactly why I leave them off. There you go, that's yours. Right, so yeah, purple. So what we'll do is put some doidleberries in.
What'd you say?
Doidleberries.
What's that?
Doidleberries.
Money?
Cash.
Yeah, I'll catch it.
I'll fucking catch my own money, thank you. I'll fucking. So I'll have to put about 10 of these in because it's 20 seconds for $1 or something like
Should we
that.
get a light on the back of this PVC board?
That's why I'm looking. So if we put rinse on. See what?
Would you like to have use on this?
Yeah, solenoid 5. The thing is, when this works, I don't know if that coil's going to work, so we either have to put the old one on and risk blowing the board up, or we have to replace the entire solenoid, which is not the quickest job in the world, and that's where we have to turn the water off.
Yeah, we'll get you next week, so that's Tuart for that. He has an early morning thing.
Oh, buggity buggity.
Buggity, buggity, buggity bee.
Is that more than what we were coming out before?
No, it's the same.
Oh, so it did have a dribble coming out before then.
Yeah, I told you we had to put it.
Right, hang on. Put more time on the clock, give me a few seconds. I need to go and check, one, the voltage, and two, that coil's energizing. Rather interesting. Be quick here. There's the purple one. Here's the purple one. Bay 2. Yeah. Oh, there's nothing going on there. Number 8. No voltage. What? I thought they got a break underground or something. No, that's not working out there either. I wonder if you've got a fucking cable gone underground or something then.
Oh, fuck, I say that.
So the purple should be on. Yeah. Yeah, it's you got voltage here but not in there. There is no voltage on there, but it is outside, so that means you have to find a spare wire. How do we turn the bay off? Pull that relay out?
Geez.
Well, number 2 here. Right, so all we have to do is find a spare wire. So, for example, that one there, number 9. So swap 8 for 9. Oh, I love these kind of jobs.
Yeah?
Yep.
Why do you love them?
Diagnosis. He fixed it.
Oh.
You.
No, why?
Oh.
I'm basically a fucking red dots have gone around.
I thought you might have fixed it for me. So I'll just swap multi-core.
Camera off.
9. Well done. Oh, wait a minute. That's brown. Which is soap.
Yeah.
Well, then we're not looking at the right one, then, are we? Maybe it's 6 because there's a 6 down there. That's how you tell what way around it is. See, it's got a line
on the bottom.
Ah, fuck's sake. No, it's fucking 9. What the hell? Number 6 is in brown on every one of those trips, but here, that's 9. It doesn't make any sense.
6 upside down.
Yeah, but how can it be upside down?
Wow. 9 and 6.
Yeah, but you've got a line under the number to tell you which way around it is. That says that's number 9. So maybe they've swapped it around somewhere. Fuck's sake. Well, we need to pick another number then. That's not used. Well, we haven't got any spares unless we use. Oh, even your earth wires used. You haven't got any spare wires. Oh, bit weird. Labelled up different outside. I can't really use that one. Oh, what a joke. 16. So time and engine is 16. Alright, so all we're doing is swap time and engine cleaner for purple. We'll turn it on, see if it works. Alright, go and put rinse on them, please, sir. Yep, it's working in there. Yep. The thing is, that might have blown your board. That might be the thing that blew it, you see. I'll just test it with me to see if it's short circuit, but if we put this on, that's going to fuck that board up as well, if this was the problem. I'm just trying to think of the order in which things have happened, right? That wire going across there is broken. So that's why this wouldn't have been poured in, it probably wasn't the coil. That coil actually does fit as good as the old one, but we're not getting water into it. So that's going to be the actual solenoid itself. It doesn't make sense for two things to happen at the same time. It's time to put it back on again. Yeah, let's go to the pump. Alright, so I've got no idea really how all this shit happened. I'd take the camera off me because I get a bit sweaty. But basically we've got so many faults on this that exist right now. The coil wasn't energizing to bring in the solenoid for the fresh water for this. So I diagnosed that, and then what I found is a multi-core cable between here and there is not working. So I found a spare wire, although there isn't any. We use one of the other functions. Got that working. Got the coil working, which was a new coil, which does fit alright. But now that solenoid is sticking open, so they've just got a continuous leak coming out of here, and the pump is not pressurizing. Now I don't know how all that shit can happen. Oh, and also the gravity feed's not working either. So there's not really much I can do without turning the water off the side to replace the solenoid. Then after that, then we can diagnose the pump and diagnose the rest of it. But I've never ever come across so many issues that's happened all at once, because apparently yesterday everything was working hunky-dory. So yeah, we'll be revisiting another day next week, which I will probably tag onto this video. But for now, we may be going to the pub.
I don't know about that, because how much you charge me for today, because I might not be able to go to the pub.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, bro.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks for your help today, appreciate it.
Alright, so it's now the following Tuesday, early in the morning. It's only 6 o'clock. We're heading back to Tuart Hill, only about 15 minutes away now. The reason for getting there early is because we've got to shut the whole site down in regards to water just to fix this pressurized solenoid. I don't know why it's never had a ball valve on there to isolate that part of the self-serve, but whatever. We're going to do that and then figure out what's wrong with the pump, why it's not pressurizing. I've got no idea. I've never really seen that before. Water's pushing through the pump, but it's not energizing. The belt's intact and the crank is turning, so I don't know. I'll have to take that apart. Also, I don't think the gravity feed's working either, but it could be. But we can't test that until we fix the solenoid that's on all the time. So we'll do that, and then I'm going to figure out a wire to use underground that hasn't degraded or been eaten by a rat or whatever. I don't think he's got any spares, but I don't know if I mentioned it on last week's job, but I found the wire 9 that wasn't used, and then on the other end it turned out to be wire 6. I don't know how that can happen, but anyway, whatever, we'll figure that out. It's funny because me and Dean, all the years I've been going there, we've got this like ongoing thing where he asks me to buy him a coffee on the way up, or I ask him, or whatever, and it never ever happens.
Sounds good to me, bro. I'll see you at 6:30 in the morning. I'll be there. Look, if you're going past Mud's Buzz, mate, I'll have a coffee, no sugar. Make a cappuccino. You can afford it. Thanks, mate.
So yeah, I might, you know what, I might actually get in with this time. Which means I'll be 5 minutes late, so I'll get him his nice big cappuccino, and then he'll complain that I'm late, and I'll say, oh sorry mate, I bought you this. So I'll see, if there's not a massive queue outside the Mud's Buzz, I'll get him a coffee. Anyway, catch up with you guys in a bit. Can I get a large cappuccino, no sugar, and just a regular flat white with 3 sugars please? Alright, coffee's in tow. Just around the corner from Tuart Hill, if I can manage to negotiate this road here. Morning! Get rid of that fucking thing.
You know what this is, don't you?
Yeah, something that you got to better get rid of, otherwise you're not going to get your coffee that I bought you.
Hang on, give me a fucking podcast, remember the date. Fucking life. Thank you, Lord.
Cappuccino, no sugar?
Oh my fucking Lord.
I thought I'd get myself one as well. It's nice, isn't it?
Nice coffee. Ah, you're so sweet. It's just for Valentine's Day, this love heart.
It's for the YouTubes. Right, this side or other side, probably this side. I mean, I can do it, but yeah, it's up to you. If I do this first,
Yeah.
and then jump over to the prana, and then jump back to this.
There's no rush.
No, because, well, that's the thing I was thinking about doing is, if that solenoid is only used on soap and rinse, we could link it in, but then what happens is then you're putting too much load on the output on the PVC board. So they're all, everything's separate, pretty much. I whinge and complain when I got loads of work, but then I whinge and complain when I got nothing, so I can't really win.
Up top.
Oh, I need to turn that ball valve off. Do you know where it is?
Oh yeah.
The one on the back? Because it's coming out both directions at the minute. I'm going to again, it's really wet. So that tells us gravity is working then, which is what I thought might have been the case. Because you can't, if this solenoid is pushing water through all the time, you can't tell if it's the gravity is working or not. But yeah, I think that's working. So that's good. We won't have to fuck about with that then. It's just this solenoid, the wire, what we're going to do with that, and the pump. Fucking lot of water there, mate. Oh yeah, she's full of crap, rust, whatever. Yeah, so we're not. So the point is, yeah, stop. That one has anyway. But the point is now we know that the gravity side of it's working all right. So they don't have to take that apart. Get this solenoid done, and yeah. Alright, so I'll just swap over this solenoid, then go onto the pump, onto the Piranha. I think if he wants me to do something on that. I'm just trying to get shit done that keeps sight down, because he opens officially at 7, and it's what, 6:30. And Thomas is working here today as well, so if he gets here early before I finish this, he can take the covers, trolley covers off the Piranha, because we've got to just check the home position flag on the arch for some reason. You have to be careful with these flare fittings that you don't clean them down too much, because it actually negatively affects whether it seals or not, because the other side of the fitting would have the same amount of corrosion, if that makes sense. So he's going to have a look for one of them. I don't carry, which I should, any 45-degree flare fittings. I don't carry them, never have, and get stuck sometimes. Yeah, just saying, they don't make the solenoid valves like they used to do, because this is like 16 years old. I pointed at that, but I mean the valve. The ones we replace them with, oh, you probably get a couple of years out of them before the seal goes. It wouldn't be so bad if the price reflect the reduced quality, but things are a lot more expensive now as well. Does it make any sense? Right, new solenoid valve. What you got?
I don't know.
Nah. It's alright, we'll see how it goes. Eh? Nah, it's alright. Gives us a new valve. You got it in a white box.
Yeah.
We'll just throw this in. If it doesn't seal right, it'll seriously just be a drip, which we can do at some other point in time. It's not a big problem. Pick this solenoid, come back to you. That's that done. We'd already done the coil for one of these valves last weekend anyway, so at least that will allow us to put the water onto the side so we can use it. I'll make sure there's no drips though first. The stupid torch. I'm going to have to replace this torch. I literally can't even see with it. Right, that's that. And then yeah, we've got an adjustment to do on the Piranha wash. Something that's just been requested, not my idea, so I guess we'll have a look at that next. And then we'll come back to this and take the pump apart to see why it's not pressurizing. Oh dear. Yeah, so when this resets after every wash, it does like a bit of a check on itself on the arch, and it'll move it slightly a few degrees and then go back. And apparently sometimes what's happening is it's going that way and then coming here, but then going over travelling a little bit. So the suppliers asked me to check the flag, the home prox flag, but I don't know how that could adjust itself. To be honest, it's almost a similar issue to the laser wash. It looks okay to me. Although saying that, when the arch is straight, that flag's actually not straight. I don't know if you can see that. It's only just covering. Yeah, it's only just covering. So that needs adjusting then. So yeah, we'll take the covers off. You'll see more when I take the covers off probably. Oh dear! When was the last time this was off then? Look at that, they're both fucked. You see that? Alright, blame me then. Yeah, and that wasn't tight either, so this is our This is how the 360s used to go. Just put it down, flip it over.
Oh yeah, sure.
You see, it starts to wear down that plastic there, and eventually it pulls through, and you're going to have to put some really big washers on it. I was also saying that his impact's not working as well. Oh dear, let's have a look. What's happening here? Uh-oh. That gearbox has dropped its oil. That's not good. I'll get a picture of that as well. Oh dear. Okay. And this machine has been absolutely freaking hammered. So I'm not surprised, but that means that gearbox is probably gonna seize maybe at some point. Yeah, the seal's gone, dropping its oil. What else can we see in here? Saying his arch impact's not working. Yeah, the pipe's come off of the swivel, so that'll be that problem. There, I can see it there, I don't know if you can. That should be easy enough to put back on. One of my rules is if you can't, it's like when you're trying to thread something on a bolt, if you can't do it while looking at it, look away and use just your feeler sensors. Oh, went on, came back off again. Oh, I'll do that in a bit, but anyway, if you look, that arm there, when this is this away, it's quite a ways off. It's not centered, so I'll try and locate that. Good news and bad news.
Oh my God, what's bad news, mate? What's happening now?
So the good news is the impact, the tube just come off, so I'll be able to put that back on. The bad news is your trolley, is it a trolley? Oh, it's for the trolley. The trolley drive gearbox has dropped its oil, the seals have failed. Oh. I can see it from here. Yeah, I thought it was my auto greaser that was leaking, because they, once it gets in summer, when they're laid on their side, they drop a little bit. But no, it's your gearbox, you can see the fucking oil coming out of it. You can see a bit there now, it's way off. The arm's straight, in it, yeah. I wonder how that can move then, that's a bit weird. Sticking out a little bit, right, that's centered, so I'll tighten that up and then loosen the procs and see if I can push the procs in a bit maybe.
Beautiful.
Oh, look at that!
That's what I'm saying!
Fucking hell! Where's Thomas?
Oh, I don't fucking let it work.
Is he, look? What the fuck is this? How are you this morning, mate?
Oh, for fuck's sake. Why is that going to work for me? You're not going to work for him.
I won't be knackered on Sunday when I work for him.
You fucking better not be, mate. So when the arm is at 90 degrees, which is where it is now, that arm, it was basically over here, slightly.
Yep.
So I've just undone that bolt, and there's a bolt on the other side, and then twisted it around. But now if you look, it's centered, but the switch is half over, it's hanging over.
Yeah.
There's no movement there. This bends a bit, but there's no real movement for it.
So is it supposed to be right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be
like that.
Yeah, it should be dead over, but it's not.
Okay.
Stop yawning, man! Wake up! Yeah, the one at Melville, I actually put a little bit. Well, I had time to put more effort into coating some of the susceptible things that rust, like the dryer motors, for example. They're all coated in soft seal. Put benzo tape on the hoses and everything, everywhere. Yeah, trolley. Oh, that hose is chafing. See that?
Yeah.
Stop it there. Can you stop it? So just. Yeah, Tom.
He goes over the fucking hose flickers.
Supposed to be a fucking car wash fucking tech as well. Jeez, Louise. Grab us a couple of strong cable ties, can you please, mate? Oh dear, that's loose as well up there. This, look. That's loose. Got any sides to go with these cable ties? These are attendant fucking checks, these are.
No, I didn't know that it's a check that.
No, there's nothing specific. I only knew that it was loose because it was hanging down like that. Look.
What is it?
What do you mean it is it? That's your manifold where your pre-soak's going. But there's a union fit in here, It's probably, oh fuck, it's not big enough. That's what she said. Oh. No, that's not right. So maybe he'd done that on purpose then, have it offset. Alright, so yeah, now the arm's kind of, it comes to their own position on the 90. The arm comes to the 90 degree position, but then it kind of deflects back because of the belt and everything. Supplier's not answering his phone, so we'll just see if it works and maybe leave it like that. And then the other thing this site has got, I've installed Shelly relays on a lot of his things. So what have we got? Jet wash. He's got a Shelly relay, which is basically like a smart relay with Wi-Fi. I've got him installed on his change machine, the Piranha, and his entry unit, and that's just so he can reset the machines remotely from home, whatever. But the one on the entry unit, see, it's offline. Don't know if you can see that. It's the Wi-Fi is just slightly not strong enough. He's got a repeater here that I put in somewhere. Can't remember where it is. It's just in here somewhere. Oh, there. Netgear. It's a repeater because the Wi-Fi is in the office, but even that's not strong enough to get a signal outside. So I've told him basically put a hole in the wall, put it on the outside of the building, and then it'll get signal. Because just like every else's Anztec units, going into somewhere, going out somewhere, they start locking up. So if you can turn it off and on with the Shelly, then we're good. But yeah, it needs to sort the signal out. Yeah, it just needs to maybe go out here somewhere, or maybe go through this wall. Oh yeah, oh yeah. We've got a button there, button box there. That might go through here somewhere. Yes, it does. Here, look. So maybe get an extension cable. Take this out, go through the hole, and put that on the outside there. But then it's probably going to get wet, isn't it? It's going to get wet. Yeah, it's probably going to get wet there somehow. But we could probably actually just put it inside this box, maybe, if it'll fit. That's plastic, so it'll get a signal through. Alright, let's see if this will work. It doesn't seem too bad, it's on a little bit of an angle. Yeah, a little bit of an angle. So do price increase, then the bay, and then the Shelly if you want to do it. Configuration, configuration, configure washers. Extreme, how much do you want to go? 23?
Hang on, what's on now? 22. Yeah, everything's up $1.
Everything up $1?
Yeah, 23.
Wash number 2 is currently 20, so do that 21. So now we'll go back to the self-serve. The pump is not pressurizing. This is very, very strange. Maybe just get the valves out, have a look at them, and then take the head off. I was tidy up in between jobs. I've just always been the same. Don't ask why. Keeps me organised. Don't need that many tools out for this job, and they're actually different tools anyway. Come on, Steve, get the right one, will you? What the hell? Yeah, I've never seen a cat pump do this before, so I don't know what's going on. This is very easy to get out so far. Is it weird? I'll have a look when I get them all out. So these little tiny ones, well, I've seen me working on the big ones, I think. Same thing really. Cages can get stuck. The tiniest little bit of crap will hold one of these open. But the thing is, what's weird about it is it's like it's not pressurizing at all whatsoever. It's almost like there's a catastrophic failure in the pump itself. These are not too bad actually, they're a bit of a mixed bag. I did see one that was worn earlier. Oh yeah, that's got something stuck in it. somewhere. There, look, see that? Yeah. That's one that had something stuck in it. This one's stuck. Oh, okay. Inlet stuck open. So that might explain it then. You see, I don't know if you can see, there's a little bit of shit there holding the valve up. Look at that. So, okay, maybe then, yeah, makes sense. Maybe the 3 inlets are stuck open. Let's have a look. Yeah, and this one's stuck open as well. Haha. So that'll make sense why it's not bringing in any water. Buggity buggity. All makes sense now. I've never seen that before. Makes perfect sense. Hey. So what it does is it pulls water into the bottom here, right? And then these are like check valves. So it'll draw water in, and then they'll close and it'll push it open, and this pushes it out. All 3 of them had a bit of shit in them, the inlet ones. So it wouldn't have been bringing any water in. I'd say so anyway. Kind of makes sense for now. So I'll just flush that. And also because I fixed that valve there, it's not pushing water out. You can check the gravity feed at the back, because otherwise the water's mixed together. You don't know which one's working. You know what I mean? So yeah, hopefully that's it. I just need to flush this and it'll be alright. Usually the gravity on these is not strong enough to just go out on its own, but we'll have a look. Nah, it's not quite strong enough. Oh, it is a little bit. We're going to make sure there's no more shit in there. I wonder where the shit came from though. Oh, stupid torch, man. The other thing that pisses me off with these, when you get them direct from Cat, they actually put some like lock seal retaining compound on, and it goes dry and sticks on the O-ring here. And the thing is, even that little tiny bit of shit there can cause one of these valves to stay open. So before you put them in, after the first time they've been removed, you want to get rid of all this shit here so it doesn't drop inside. Alright, so that's the valves all clean. I've tried to flush it out best I can. I'm going to go and try it. Well look, Anztec, we can service, repair, replace this equipment. Yeah, so you're going to try it on money. The thing is, you want to notice that the pressurized solenoid wasn't working because you've got a gravity feed. But the problem with the gravity feed is if it's sucking water, and the solenoid is not very good for the soap or the wax, it'll drag that through on rinse. Oh, look at that, straight up there. Woo! Alright, you can leave it on now, Deano. Yeah, you can set your pressure because you're setting the unloader. The unloader puts water back to the pump, right? So whatever you set it at, it doesn't matter if there's water coming out. I had forgot about it, I'll be honest with you. But
Me too.
this is going to pop now.
It's going to pop.
Pop, pop, poppity pop. It's going to be like that on that pressure vessel we did, Tom.
Hang on, whoa, stop. I don't.
Oh yeah! Hey! I told you it popped.
For campaign.
Woohoo! Right, so I get to charge you twice for that. The doofer. Oh, I'm glad you call it a jet. That's what I call them, but everybody in this country says, no, it's a fucking nozzle. It's a nozzle. So I've charged you for this plug, so it's going back in my van. That's right, isn't it? It's used now. Alright, so that made sense, and now the only problem is we've got to figure out what to do with this wire. Oh, not under pressure today like I was on the weekend, so maybe be able to figure it out. Could use the earth wire, I guess, but don't really want to do that. Not really. Now, try the key, see if it works. Could even be that's dragged the shit through, you never know. Gravity feed. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Take your key out, put it on token, we'll give that a flush because 2 separate lines, remember? And then we'll put the nozzle in and double check the pressure. Under pressure. Pretty sure that was 1,000. Yep, all good! Oh, I love it when a plan comes together. Oh, just jinx myself, and I've still got that cable to do, for God's sake. Figure out somehow, some way, maybe. Right, now you'd probably have to leave me to scratch my head for a bit on that wire, and we're done.
So yeah, that base's not going to have tire and engine clean, right?
I'm gonna put the camera back on too.
Well, if you want, we'll put the other PVC in, and you have to figure everything out, you know.
2 days.
Just trying to jinx myself, so I'm here for longer. Money, money, money in a rich man's world. What a fucking world that is. Not my world.
Sorry, this place is closed off, mate.
Not to the likes of me. Pretty sure I diagnosed there's no voltage coming out of PVC. You put another PVC in, it still wasn't working, so then I diagnosed the wire underground. Oh, I don't know, whatever. And then because from this PVC, tire and engine cleaner doesn't work, so I use that one as my spare wire. Remember that part. I'll get this, it's pretty easy to change. Take the 4 pegs out, standoffs, pull the keypad, pull the plugs, out she comes. And that's that. So that's the one with the dodgy tire engine. I'll just quickly, I'll get this swapped over while I'm not talking to the camera and confusing myself, and come back to you. Yes, there's literally no spares in here. We've already got a couple of faulty cables underground. The only one I did find was one that's labelled up tokens, because they don't use a money manager. Pull that out, but then the coin mech doesn't work because it's actually using that wire for a separate relay that turns the power off at night. But Dean has just made the decision, because it's either we leave one function not working or we leave one bay on all night. So we're going to leave one bay on all night. So the token 1 wire is number 13. We're currently not using tire and engine, which is number 9 yellow. So I'll find 13 in the plant room, connect it up, connect it this side, turn it on, give it a go, and it should be good, in theory. And I've been jinxing myself quite a bit on this site. That's alright. So bay number 2. So that's probably going out to one of these relays down here. Turn the bays on and off, but we'll just find it. So they've moved the wire then. They moved the wire. It should be going down here. I think it's white, red, yellow. Oh yeah. That one there then, orange maybe. Yeah, 13, wire 13 is there. To make sure I write all this down as well. Oh, short wire. So I extend that wire, put it in, plug it in this side, turn the power on, should be good. And yeah, I'll just write all this shit down, so we know if we have to put it back to normal in future. Easy peasy. All lemon squeezy. Whenever you're doing a cable like this, you should connect it both ends first before you start joining things back up, just in case you got the wrong one and it's connected to something else. So yeah, 13 is yellow, which is tire cleaner. Yeah, 13. Double check. I can go in yellow. Tire cleaner. Easy peasy. Put the power on. Put the time on. Check everything. Sure. Make some notes. Right. So then, because we're using that wire, I've got to put a 24 volt on that wire. So I'll probably join it up here somewhere. And yeah, that'll put the coin mech on and the NAIAX. But for now we'll just test the functions at least. Make sure it works. Tire cleaner should be yellow or green maybe. Yeah. And in theory black is live on here. Should be. So I just need to jump a live across to that terminal. It bloody better be. I don't want to blow anything up. Now we're on the home stretch with this. I have to make sure I write this down in detail so we don't forget what we've done here. Right, if you put power on now, mate, we should be all G.
All G, I'll power up, mate.
Yeah. Right, you pull the fuse again. I'll put the cover on. Yeah, turn the power off and put these covers on because they're a pain in the ass, and I actually don't usually put them on because this is really sharp here and you can cut through cables quite easily. And even with the power off, you don't know that you've done it until you turn the power on, then you blow a fuse or blow the board. I hate these covers. I hate them with a passion. And that's the nozzle you should have used. And so you got this grommet here, and that metal bit has slide in there. Not come out of there. And then the rubber seal comes off. What's happening here? You get caught up on something or something else. There we go. Alright, you can lock her up, mate.
Your finger's fucking stuck.
Shut up, hands, mate.
Try that Shelly on the roof thing first, though.
Shelly on the roof?
Not the Shelly, not the Shelly.
Oh, the repeater? Yeah, if you want. Can you get a cable up there?
Yeah, I think we can.
We can have a look at that if you want. I'd actually forgot about it. Hang on, I need to write this down though, what I've done here first. Oh, you got a vent there. You mean pull the cable through there and then just put it on top? We could try that if you want.
Jam it with something. Forget Thomas in.
We could even just sit it inside the vent, maybe.
What's up there, shall we?
Oh, I'll do it, mate. You're alright. Should be alright with that. Still got this junk up here, mate. Fucking hell. I've actually got a bit of a good idea here, I think. I can't, you might have to get Thomas up here, mate. Fucking hell. How am I supposed to get over there?
What?
It's full of boxes and shit. There's no access. I'll unplug this. Get a bit of a wrap here. Plug that back in. And then it should just kind of get stuck there like that. Shouldn't be able to pull through. No, that's, you know what, that might just work there. Might just work. Ready to go? No, yeah, we'll see if it works, eh? Which way are you plugging it in? That side? Try not to pull on the cable, and you could fucking let me get down first. Yeah, go that way then. You can go that way, look. I fixed it for you. Fixed though, it's free, remember? That's what you said.
He's the wanderer, he's the wanderer, and he goes round red blow.
What are you doing?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I'm busy,
sorry.
I'm doing stuff.
You're busy?
Yeah.
You're busy trying to look busy. It won't get wet either there. No, it's just on the inside. Whew, alrighty. Let's see if that connects. Alright, so that was a complete bloody mess about. I had to have to delete the device from both of his accounts, do a complete factory reset, then a firmware update, and now she's working all good, and also good signal. Yeehaw! Alrighty, that's all sorted. End of subject. I'm getting out of here because I've been here for a few hours. I've got a job to do in Cannon Bridge, but I think this video's gone long enough, so I'll catch you guys on the next one.